In this episode, we bring you our thoughts on the Gazelle tent. You ready? This video is brought to you in part by Raven Truck Accessories and North Shore Off-Road.
All right, today we're going to review the Gazelle tent. I've camped in it quite a few times now. About time I give it a review. Thanks for tuning in.
Before we get started on how easy the setup of this tent is, I just wanted to mention that I purchased this tent with my own money. This is just me and my opinion.
The tent itself is pretty easy to put up. You just basically unstrap it, unzip it. I like to put the footprint out first. There we go. And the footprint is what's going to be your floor before you put the tent down. And they say it sets up in about 90 seconds. Well, that's if you really rush it. But in all honesty, it is a fast setup tent, and I usually don't like to rush it, so it takes me a little bit longer. But if you really wanted to, yeah, 90 seconds, I could see it happening. All right, so footprint's pretty simple. Just unfold it and put it out. My dog thinks that it's time to play. Well, it is time to play, but she's having fun. Right, Kiwi? Anyways, put the footprint out, drop the tent on it, open her up. I've seen guys time themselves to try and get this done in 90 seconds. I'm not that energetic, but I do appreciate the simplicity of this tent. All right, footprints out, time to drop the tent. All right, tent really does open up and pop open super easy. That's just a strap. Always put it with your bag so you don't lose it, like I do. And just pop open the tent. It's literally that simple. Just grab one of these sides and pull them open. And that part's done. All right, next part is you want to, before you pop the roof up, you want to bring the rain fly over top of it. It just makes it so much more simpler. The rain fly just attaches via these little rods right into the corner. Just makes it nice and simple, nice and easy. And you just click in just like this. Done. So now you can walk inside, pop the roof up, and it's almost done. I usually pop the roof up before I start clipping the sides down, but I'll go do that right now. There we go. All nice and set up. Now all we gotta do is set it up for sleeping in it tonight. All right, one of the first things I do is I make sure the strap is in the bag. I'll put the bag inside so I don't lose things, then have to come back to the campsite later and try and re-find it. Definitely a good thing. Oh, something else. Once you're set up, Gazelle has probably the best tent poles or tent pegs I have ever seen. So you can, they twist into the ground. You can hit them with a hammer. You can pull them out. They're actually pretty awesome. So if it's super windy, you definitely want to make sure these are in. So the tent itself is, I wouldn't call it a 4-season tent, even though I use it as a 4-season tent. I do use heating inside, such as propane. I'm going to be going to diesel heater soon. The propane does do a little bit of condensation inside, but there's lots of room, and that's what I like about it. Here, let me just kind of show you how I kind of set it up. So I usually put my Zoleo just on the outside here, and then going inside, there we go. I'll set up a table just over here so I can charge everything. I have a cot here, and then down here I'll have like my blankets and everything for my puppy to sit. I will put a heater in here. Like I say, I'm probably going to be going to a diesel heater soon, so it'll be a little bit more of a dry heat. But that said, the space in this is absolutely amazing. What I do like about it is they have on the roof a large piece so that you can put something on the roof. They also give you storage pockets just on the inside there and on every one of the 4 corners as well. So that's pretty nice. I like the fact that there's 2 doors. There's one door right over there, and of course we got this door right here. So there's usually enough space for me to do 2 cots and the table in here, plus all of my camping gear. So the interior space on it is pretty good. I'm pretty happy with it. The one thing in very, very inclement weather, and I'm talking like tornado force winds, because the storm that hit us actually did produce a tornado. Here, let me just get outside here. So with the zipper, as it goes up, there is a spot where water can get through right here, and this is where the 2 pieces of the zipper will meet up. This is the other piece right here. So sometimes there's a little bit of a gap where water can, if it's coming sideways at your tent, will sometimes pool right at the very bottom of the inside of the floor. I do find that if I do the mosquito net zipper up, it helps reduce that. But that is one of the things, and I mean that's a pretty extreme storm that happened on. So it's not like regular rain. Probably wouldn't do that. It has to be pretty driving hard rain in order to come through the zipper like that. Yeah, kind of forgot to mention too, there's really large storage netting on the 2 sides of the tent as well. So you got one on this side, and then you also have one on this side, so you can put blankets, clothing, whatever you want in there. And that's in addition to the ones that are on the walls themselves, so you can kind of see the ones there.
final thoughts. Well, I have to say this tent is actually pretty decent at handling inclement weather. I've used it for a lot of winter camping so far, and have been pretty happy. Yes, I have to dry the tent out at times, but it works really well. As far as it goes for rain, it was only one super extreme storm where the rain was coming sideways at the tent that I ever did have any issues with it leaking. In fact, the water was running through the campsite and underneath the tent. I can actually feel it underneath my feet. That's not normal. Here's a clip from Thunderstorms in Paradise, where we were getting a good thunderstorm, but I wasn't getting any leakage inside the tent.
Started to rain, so ran inside the tent here. Got a little bit of thunder going on too, which is kind of exciting. It's been a very eventful trip so far and having a ton of fun, man. It's always an adventure when you get stuff like this happening. Anyways, I can confirm that the Gazelle tent does very, very well in the rain. Pretty happy with it.
This Gazelle tent has really done what I asked it to do. It's allowed me to camp in some pretty epic places. Overall, I'm very, very happy with this tent, and I expect that it'll continue to be a part of my kit going into the future. Make sure you like, subscribe, and hit that bell notification. You don't want to miss the next video.